Hello, everyone. My name is Brittnai Brown, and I'm running for the Humble ISD School Board position number 4. I'm a mom and an educator, and I have an 11-year-old son who attends a middle school in the Humble ISD School District. In my present role, I'm a digital literacy navigator who works with community centers to ensure that they have the curriculum and resources they need to teach citizenship classes, English as a second language class, and basic computer training classes. My name is Brittnai Brown, and I'm running for position number 4.
Many people in our district are concerned about declining test scores. However, this is a nationwide issue, not an isolated one. What do you see as the root cause of this decline, and what actionable solutions would you bring to the table for discussion with the rest of the board members and committees? Bonus points if you can provide insight from at least one current campus action plan.
Okay, good question. My timeline may not be fully accurate, but even though students returned to the classrooms in 2020 during COVID, they had approximately 1 year of being home, being taught with synchrony and non-synchronous technology. Then the students and the teachers had to readjust to being in the classrooms while STAR exams and most standardized tests move from pencil and paper to computer based. This occurred nationwide, and I see that this is the root cause of the decline of test scores dealing with the adapting of technology in testing. As a digital literacy navigator, I want the board and committees to continue providing sessions to assist teachers with incorporating technology in the classrooms while refocusing on using educational tools of the past that worked well. Um, some districts has found that going back to pen and paper in the classrooms allows students to focus and engage more in their everyday work. And the students can use the technology while practicing for the STAR, similar to how high school students use the College Board for their AP exams. And I think I have one example of the action plan that's currently going on in the district, and that kind of aligns with what I do in my present role. So the infuse effective technology within the instructional program to expand student engagement and critical thinking opportunities. So the people that or the employees that work there is the executive director of the curriculum and instruction, directors of professional learning, um, curriculum coordinators, digital learning, and the assistive technology coordinator. So it's basically to incorporate the curriculum inside the classroom that will align with the K through 8 technology.
It is no secret that the current financial status of our school district is concerning, due in part to wasted funds on lawsuits related to construction issues, Title IX investigations, and other legal matters. Moving forward, what steps do you believe we can take to recover from this negative balance? Additionally, how do you intend to ensure that similar lawsuits are avoided in the future?
Yes. So, as a school board candidate and a parent who deeply values accountability, I believe we must take a bold but thoughtful action to secure the financial future of our district. And to do this, the board should begin by conducting a thorough review of how funds were spent over the past 2 years, especially regarding lawsuits, construction issues, and Title IX investigations. Understanding where the financial missteps occurred is key to preventing them in the future. Once we have a clear picture, we can refocus on current fund balance and identify potential cost saving measures. Um, that would include like a close look at the expenditures, like upper level administrative positions, overlapping contracts with outside vendors, and evaluating the cost effectiveness of current curriculum. So we must ensure that every dollar spent is supporting students and classrooms. So I will also advocate for a stronger oversight, straightforward policies, and increased transparency to reduce the risk of costly legal issues down the road. More importantly, we will keep our in-house attorneys and follow our open records policy accordingly to ensure that similar lawsuits are avoided in the future. And if elected as a board member, my goal will be to restore that, restore the trust, protect our students, and make sure our financial decisions reflect the priorities of our community.
While I understand that high schools are implementing the Evolve Weapons Detection System, this does nothing to address the issue of fights on campus. As a parent of a child who was attacked in a classroom, I am deeply concerned that incidents of fighting and mutual combat continue to rise, with a 13.7% increase since the 2021-2022 school year, which was our first full year back after the COVID lockdown. This is a two-part question. So, number one, what actionable violence prevention measures will you propose to the board and its safety committee at all grade levels? And two, if your proposal requires funding, how do you suggest securing it, especially since we can assume that we'll lose enforcement of the ESSA moving forward?
Yes, very important question, and that's what I'm focused on. So, um, as the parent of an 11-year-old in school, I believe that safety of all students is a priority. I appreciate that Humble ISD high schools are taking steps with tools like the Evolved Weapons Detection System, and I recognize that weapons aren't the only safety concern. So I understand that teachers and administrators will have a device that allows them to alert others in the area whenever there is a school disturbance. So it kind of will alert others to come to that teacher's aid. Hopefully, this will decrease some on-campus fights in the hallways, classrooms, and even during transitions. Yet, we cannot wait to be reactive. We need a proactive approach, community-wide strategy that supports students' mental health, teaches conflict programs, and have trauma-informed training for all employees, and also focusing like on social emotional learning should be incorporated into the curriculum from an early age to assist kids to develop those skills that's required to manage conflict. And if funding is limited due to the changes in the ESSA compliance, I want to advocate for a strategic resource reallocation, um, collaboration with local organizations, and using a grant writing team to acquire additional money. And, every child needs a safe and supportive school environment. And if elected as a board member and also as a mother, I will work to ensure that that doesn't stop.
In November of 2021, current school board members Chris Parker and Mike Grabowski voted against keeping the district's contract with Memorial Hermann, which provided free health care for students at some of our most at-risk schools, four of which are Title I schools. Given that healthier students generally perform better academically, and considering that every candidate is running on a platform of academic improvement, I find it difficult to justify the decision to eliminate a proven support system for student success. Do you support this clinic, and would you vote to keep it if the issue were to arise again? And what are your thoughts on student nutrition programs, such as the free breakfast program offered by Humble ISD this year?
Okay, so I'll answer your first question, but absolutely, I strongly support school-based health clinics in Humble ISD because they ensure student access to essential health care without missing valuable class time. These clinics provide critical services like routine checkups, mental health support, and chronic illness management, and which will help to reduce a lot of the absence and keep students healthy and ready to learn. So, for many families, these clinics offer a convenient, affordable option for medical care, especially for those facing, barriers to healthcare access. With the school-based health clinics, we're not just supporting student well-being, we're strengthening academic success and supporting families across our district. If the issue were to arise again, I will vote to keep the clinic and ensure we provide the services originally approved in 2021. Um, we are one of 6 school districts that Memorial Hermann has partnered with. This is good for the health of our community, and the students' future success. And your second part about student nutrition. So, as a single mother, I understand how crucial it is to get our children's days started right, with a full stomach and a clear mind. So I completely support student nutrition programs such as the free breakfast effort in Humble ISD. These initiatives serve to remove more barrier for families that are trying to that are trying their hardest to provide, yet may be restricted or stretched thin. When a child is hungry, he or she, they can't focus or they struggle to focus. Um, they focus to learn and to succeed in the classroom. Having free breakfast, it kind of guarantees that every student, regardless of their background, can start the day nourished and prepared to achieve. And it's more about simply just the food. It's about the equality, the dignity, and the full support for the children. And as a mother, I'll continue to advocate for the programs that lift up our students and meet their basic needs so they can reach their full potential.
How do you feel about school vouchers? Are you for or against them?
So I am against school vouchers as the bills are currently written by the legislator. The problem with these vouchers is that they are open to public schools, private schools, and homeschool students to obtain. Although the legislature states that they are using separate budget for the vouchers, for each student that we may lose in our public schools, we will lose state allotted funding for that student because their butts won't be in the seat. And public schools receive funding based on students' attendance, whereas private schools receive the full voucher without limited accountability. And furthermore, public schools teach all students, high performing students, students with dyslexia, attention concerns, autism, and those with special education needs. Private schools are not required to teach these children because they can pick and choose their students, and we don't. We accept each child who walks through our front doors and provides them with the educations and the services they need. Thank you again for the opportunity to share my goals for the district. If elected as a board member, I decided to run for school board because I believe every student should receive a quality education, and I ask for your vote in this school board election. My name is Brittnai Brown, and I am running for position number 4. Thank you.